Okay, finally works. Hello. Hi, Collector FN. How you doing? Oh, hi. Hi, Cool 600. Um, yeah, this person is getting there. I'm drawing a character from my own illustration. Sorry, my own manga. So I'm creating a little story, and this is at the stage of design. Um, I'm gradually adding a bit of details to the character. It's going to be it's actually very tricky for me to draw the robe because I don't have one, so I don't really know how robe flow look like. What I'll do is I'm gonna try to do something, try to, you know, create something that looks a little more believable since I do not have reference. It's tricky that you draw something without a reference. This don't go very long, it actually goes along here, so it stops somewhere along here. And behind it it's gonna be different. Oh, okay. Well, this is on a PC. I'm actually doing it on Photoshop. Does it say? Oh yeah, on the top it actually says there, Photoshop. um, does anyone else use Photoshop? I had to say that out of all the tools and apps and softwares, well, Photoshop is one of the most reliable and most comprehensive one that we could use. That's why I'm still having it here. Photoshop getting a little more pricey these days. I think for next year they're gonna launch something called a credit system. You have to buy their credit to complete certain function. Like there's a function allows you to blow up the image and make the image very high resolution. If you just use the standard Photoshop, you won't have that function, so that is a bit tricky. Paper and pencil works, man. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. If I'm not doing things that require a very detailed, comprehensive design, yeah, paper and pencil is the best because it's so intuitive. You can just grab it and start to draw. But if you do have to worry about change your design, adding the stuff to it, then computer, iPad and stuff would be a better option, I suppose. Alright, now I'm gonna move on to the tracing part. Hopefully it will work. Hi, hello. Thanks, guys. Caroline's house. Oh, that's interesting. Never done that before, actually. I could give it a go, I guess. Gee, your poor art teacher. It's more like a. It's not a ninja. It's more just one of the Asian samurai kind of thing. Actually, ninja is not really something that is popular. Not saying character design wise, but um, ninja is usually doing things like assassination and stuff like that. Yeah. So I don't think this one can be a ninja. Ninja has to be very quiet and very snifty, I suppose. So during these outlines, yeah, okay, I'll try that. But my goal is to try to complete this illustration today. So probably won't have time for Caroline's house. I'll tell you that straight in case you keep waiting. Yeah, but I'll make a note on that. So if I don't know what to draw, I'll definitely go for it. Hmm. Okay, now this is outfit here. Hmm. That's all good. Um, why do you like Caroline's house? What's so impressive there? I wasn't really paying much attention about that. Can you tell me something about it? Okay. This one has to pop up. So bye. Enjoy your day. Oh, that's because I'm tracing. See, the line behind it is not clean at all. It's just when you trace it, you've got an idea in mind about what to do. So the tracing part is easy, but if you just start a sketch, everything will be very loose. I think that this part of the arm looks a little too chunky. He looks super strong. You know what? Maybe I'll just keep him as strong as this. Oh yeah, thanks. Hi Julius. Will you color that? Good point. This is my plan. I'm gonna draw this on my computer because this is all about the design part. And once it's done, I'm gonna print it out, and now I'm gonna use a watercolor. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna use marker to color that. So it's going to be like a traditional work, but drawing draft on paper is just too time consuming. So I moved the drafter process into computer and make it a little, hope it will be a little faster. So yeah, at the end of the day, this will be like a traditional work. And yes, I'm totally gonna trace it. That is certain. Yeah, well, sorry, I'm totally gonna color that. That is certain. Okay. That works. Does it work? Okay, it works. Alright, so it has to snuggle in there. From here, snugs in here. So it's one of those things that tie on your hand and secure your hands. Alright, I'm happy with the sleeve and the upper part of the body. Gonna move on to the hair now. What do you think? Do you like digital coloring, or do you like color with traditional media? I found traditional media has its very unique textures on everything, and to be frank, a lot of brushes I use in Photoshop, they're actually mimicking how traditional media look like. Like I've got pencils and watercolor brushes, and you know what? Sometimes I thought if I gonna mimic that, I might as well just use the real thing to get the authentic feel and look to it. Hello, hey, your favorite fish? What type of marker are you using? Are you using the alcohol marker or acrylic marker? It depends on what you draw. If you can show me some of your drawings. I would love to help you to kind of work out what's going on, what can be improved. You can actually upload it to my community. There's a community tab in mine, and there are other people uploading their artworks over there too. Sometimes during the live stream, I would do a bit of a commenting and maybe adjust some of the artworks. So yeah, you can put it there. I'll have a look at that for you. The coloring process, it's not easy, I had to say. So the best way of learning that is to have a look at how other people are doing theirs and learn from other people's style, and also learn from other people's mistakes. If you look at the style and you figure out a certain part that you don't really like, you can change that. Well, I use touch marker too. Yeah. I use touch marker. I have the 48 color and 60 color pack, and actually touch marker released a refill for which I think it's great. Yeah. The only thing is the pack I bought, it's not the one that has what you call it, has a brush tip. I kind of like the brush tip, so that's why I'm using the other kind of markers, mostly hoo markers if I'm doing other kind of drawing. Yeah, okay, so if you go to my page, my YouTube page, if you go to my YouTube page, let me have a look on the phone. I never did that look at from my phone. So if you're on your phone, you go to YouTube and you find me. You find my channel. If you go to my channel, you'll be able to find. Yeah, you click my channel, and then you go visit channel. Oh, hang on. Before that, there's a visit community. So if you go to my channel and you go visit community, and you can see there are like posts. People post different things there. Yeah, have a look there. Oh my gosh. There's some really good stuff there. Give it a go and see if you can find it. Yeah, Ahuhu is a little pricey. I agree with that. But it's not the most expensive one. Most of the Chinese brands are fine with their price. Copic, if you buy that is pricey. That is like about 6 or 10 times more expensive than Ahuhu. I don't know, to be honest, who's still using those people who still using Copics. They must get like really used to that color, but otherwise it's just way too pricey there. Okay, this should work. Thanks. Yeah, I like how the hair look like so far. That was good. A little bit like phlegm. I'll need to adjust my setting when tracing this very long line. Gonna make the smooth bump higher. Yeah, that works. Now what happened to the sword is at this stage you actually see the back of the sword, so it's quite thin and quite skinny. I'm gonna turn this back to around 15. That will be good enough. Oh, I forgot, I need that. I need the 30, 40 something because I've got a whole bunch to do at the bottom part. Curvy lines are easy for me. Straight lines here on the computer is tricky. After all, hand drawing is still the most intuitive way of creating artworks. Okay, that's better. Go back to the normal smoothness. If you watch like Sam does art, Sam's style is actually really loose when it comes to the draft stage. I like that. I wish I can create something like that one day. It's a very loose draft. The problem is I usually have to invent or create lots of details to the artwork, whilst Sam does art mostly use very direct photo reference, which is a very good thing. I should totally try that. Oh, you should sub first. Yeah, if you subbed, you should be able to get in. I don't know. Other people post their stuff too. Yeah, if you're a subscriber, you definitely are able to do that. Let me try it. Let me have a look at the setting. Yeah, the setting is like, as long as you're a subscriber, it's fine. You can just post anything there. Yeah. Yeah, totally. I love his stuff. Very good artist. You see, I'm not sure if you noticed that he does not really do live drawings that much these days. He'll do commenting videos and all that kind of video before. And now mostly just talk about if tutorial works and make some fun comments on that. Quite entertaining. For me, I feel like it's good and sad at the same time, because obviously he realized the drawing video itself is not gonna bring enough income to him because nobody actually watched drawing videos, or only very small amount of people watch drawing videos. So he stopped doing drawing videos, but most of the videos he's creating right now these days are like commenting, having little light fun jokes. Yeah, that's about it. No complaints. That's just how, I think that's just how this word works. People come to YouTube not to get educated, but seeking for entertainment value. Okay, I have his lower part of his shirt kind of worked out. Oh, so he has his teaching stuff on Patreon. Yeah, that, you know what? I think that totally makes sense because whoever wants to go to Patreon and really pay for the valuable content of his sharing his opinions and sharing his skills of drawing, that makes sense. That's how it should be. Because YouTube, yeah, people don't really seeking for education here. He's very smart. Oh, look. Yeah, it's good. You can always learn some basics on YouTube, that's for sure. Yeah. But you're special, you see. You try to learn. Most people don't. Most people come here for the other purpose I mentioned. Um and that is why people who work very hard to create tutorials and stuff on YouTube, nobody actually cares and watch it. And the thing with art, that's something a bit tricky. The thing with art is that you can you understand something if people tell you there's like special techniques or special way to draw certain things or tips of like how to render. You will understand those things straight away if people can do a good explanation. But when you go back and practice, you'll realize that your understanding require a lot more practical skills to achieve that. So you would still have to go back and do your trainings and, practice many times as a drawing until you get really good at doing this. Which is kind of tricky because if you don't have a pressure, you won't spend a lot of time on that. There's two things that people can spend a lot of time on. When you have a big pressure or when you have a very big dopamine level. But unfortunately, drawing itself, it's not gonna give you too much of that. So you will have to figure out a good way to motivate yourself, which is tricky. Yeah, I'm happy with what I got so far. That's good. It seems like I'll be able to finish that today. No, I could be wrong. Alright, I have basic setup sorted. He's looking cool now, floating in the air and swinging his sword. Now there's a bit of a rope going on. I haven't really decided what this is, but I want that to balance him out a little. Oh, that. Alright, I don't know about that. That's a. I see. That's probably for a safety measure, in case people scam in the community. So they're like, yeah, I kind of understand that now. Sorry about that. If you can, yeah, but you can always come back and post your stuff there. In the next stream or so, when I found it, I'll do some commenting on that. And if you wish, I can record a video of that. Or if you don't mind, I can record a video and tell you how to change things and all that kind of stuff. Okay, now I've got the other thing kind of worked out. Add that, and I want to add a little white or black to it. So this robe is a very important thing. They kind of connect him, and visually it helps me to break the imbalance, so I can balance the artwork. Because on the left hand side I have nothing, but on the right hand side, one is he's sword actually sticks out from here. So this robe or this ribbon can help me solve that problem. Okay. Body, ribbon. Now let's do the other thing on here. I need a new layer for hand, because the enemy of him is a gigantic hand in the air. So I'm gonna draw the hands here. Oh, that's good to know. You're an architecture student. That's very good. That's a very good major. Yeah, I want to draw manga too, but it's just way too hard. That's why I start from this sketch and try to add a couple of things to that to kind of motivate myself. Yeah, I haven't really decided if this is going to be the cover, but it's definitely going to be one of the illustrations that's for the book. Oh, I forgot. Before I do that, I need to go back to the hand and try to add some extra details to it, because the hand I draw looks a little too simple here. Okay. Now, it's a very strange looking hand because the owner of the hand is just behind it. And what I want to do here with the hand is to add some extra things to make it look like this hand was restrained by something, so it's not really move freely. So there are like an energy stream or something attached to it. This will help to create something that looks kind of work from the very from the very root of the idea, so that hand belong to something or someone who's kind of evil. And I'm probably gonna draw a number of broken nails and stuff like that. So yeah, at the moment the hand I drew here is a little too clean, so I want to add those things to it. Okay. So I'm adding some strings to like connect the rest of the part of the hand so it looks weird. Make the hand looks weird. cutting marks. Like some part of the hand is kind of having the cutting marks and make it look like it's about to bleed, or it is already bleeding. And fingernails as well. You know, I want to try to make it look like it's not trimmed for quite a long time. So maybe I'll have a pointy one. Looks like it's very sharp and scary. Now I'm gonna add some floating robes on that. It's like his hand has got this type of small paper thing attached to it just to seal its power. But because it's too strong, the paper is not enough to seal his power. So some of the paper gets broken. Alright, now I'm adding some extra things to it, like a little belt, circle thing that happens to be one of the things to seal his power as well. That's good. I kind of like the hand now. It looks like it's got some good decorations, and it looks like it's old and is wonky. Whew. Alright, so what do I do after this? The little finger is not enough, so probably, but this is the ones in the background, so I'm not sure if I should add enough details to it. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, I can draw some random dangling strings. Means this thing used to tie it into the flesh of the hand, but now it's broken. So That's the idea. Okay. I'm happy with the hand for now, and I'm going to do the actual design for the hand. Sorry, actual outline for the hand here. Yeah, he's fighting against something that's a lot bigger than him. A monster, or giant monster. The monster has a lot part that's opened. Yeah, the hand was really. I was trying my best to make the hand look degraded and ugly. Oh. Okay. Alright, that's the string. Helps the hand. Or restrain the hand. Yeah, it does look a bit like Buddha's hand. You're right. That means we need to add some extra things to make it look more like a monster's hand. That's why I'm adding this little thing, this little seal paper, helping to seal this thing. Okay, so that's the lower part. So the mid ground is mostly going to be like that. What device am I drawing? This is my Mac Mini, M2 Mac Mini, and I'm drawing on one of the Huion drawing displays. They've launched recently. They've launched a couple of new ones. I mean the digital display. The new one actually has the touch function built in, which is extremely helpful if you have touch functions built into the brush. Okay. That's right. Oh, you got my story. That's good. Actually, remember we talked about ninja? They are doing a ninja's dirty work this time. So the monster appears, like whenever there's an event happening, the monster will appear. So what they are doing right now is to find the weakness of the monster and try to attack the monster as soon as it appears, because the monster likes to mess things around, but they're also very timid. So every time when you see it, by the time you see it, it's already running away. Okay, now that is the hand. I think I accidentally drew the hand a little too detailed. Compared to that, the face in the background is going to be very tricky. You know what, I decided I'm not going to add too many details to the background faces. Just gonna Just gonna do this part. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna make it very, very simple. So the whole face, when I finish doing this, the whole face will be like hidden behind a cloud. But I'm just gonna add a bit of the details right now, and then later when we design the background, you see his flames and his beard are kind of in this curvy shape. This scene would just go into the clouds in the background. We'll have it got similar way of drawing. Alright, so that is the cloud. It will be more flemish and cloud seen behind them anyway. Alright. Yeah, okay. So I think that's gonna be good enough. Now I'm just wondering if I should draw a little bit of the detail at the bottom part. Maybe I should. BG monster. I'll draw a little hill cliff. I drew a little cliff at the top of the hill, and there will be rocks and tombstones and all that kind of stuff there. just some, now only some very small thing to do. Oh, spoiler. Basically, this is a monster he and his team is hunting. Um, and they need to defeat the monster in a time frame. If he couldn't make it, then yeah, he will lose something. And the problem with the hunting is that it requires you to either have a really good gear, which means you're gonna spend money and investment, or just money to play the game, to buy special items of the games. The other way to defeat the monster is to practice how to work together with the rest of the team. So you achieve either way you can work it out. So his job is to, because they're kind of poor, so his job is to try to achieve the other one. If everyone's very good, then the team can beat the monster. Power jam. Hello, good morning, Bella. There's so little people here. Yeah, because it's not the right time, I guess. Well, this is quite a boring design. Um, yeah. So if you beat the monster, their team can like, yeah. I can't really say too much. If I say it, the theme would be reviewed. So we'll explain that a little later. Anyway, it is important for them to beat the monster. All right. You know what? I'm happy with what I got so far. So that is fantastic. Stuff. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't remember. Um. Thanks. At the moment, I don't really know where should I publish the manga. That is one of the problems I have here. I know Webtoon is there, but you know, Webtoon don't really make money for artists. So and this friend of mine, I need to convince him though. So me and this friend of mine, we love manga, and we always love manga when we like really young. So what we want to do is try to make this happen in Shonen Jump. So we're gonna actually go submit these to Shonen Jump and see if they like to publish it. If it works, yeah, that's great. If it doesn't work, then it's something a little sad, but that's okay. We'll find other ways to do it. But I thought I would try it first, because Shonen Jump is always something that we look up to. Yeah, so we're gonna try that first. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm done with this illustration. The next thing I want to do, print this out, make it really big, and start to color this one with the markers. I'll probably use a combination of acrylic marker and alcohol marker. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, I wish so. I wish there would be more artists who love to make manga. Anyway, yeah, don't forget to upload your drawing. I would love to have a look. And this is the end of the stream, and I'll see you sometime later. Okay, bye. Thanks for staying with me.